Hey guys, how's it going? You get me 2 days in a row. Actually, you'll probably get me like 4 days in a row because I'm challenging myself to go live every day for the next week. So today we're gonna do a really pretty eyeshadow look with the Splurge Cream Shadow in the colored Mysterious, and this is so gorgeous. It's metallic-y. It's so pretty. And this is only available until the end of the month, so only for a few more days. So if you are interested at all, hop on it. Okay, so if you do not see the red live button at the top of my screen, that means I'm not live anymore and you're watching the replay. But please, if you are watching the replay, still leave your comments and questions, and I will come back and answer them. Also, if you're watching the replay, please make sure you hashtag replay and tell me where you're watching from, because I love to see my reach and where everybody's watching from. Okay, so I've primed my face already. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that, because if you use too much primer, you're gonna find that it does the opposite effect of what you want it to do. If you use too much primer, what's gonna happen is your makeup is gonna slip and slide around. So for me, is what I do is I only use primer in the areas where I absolutely need it. So I put a little bit right here. I put underneath my eyes and right here. I put right here and right here and right there. So kind of like where I want to fill in my pores or help my makeup stay longer, or even like help fill in my fine lines. That's what your primer can help do. Okay, so that's done, and I did that about 15 minutes ago. So my primer is all ready for my foundation. I also wanted to show you guys how I did my eyelash curler. I brought my blow dryer right here, and we're just gonna turn it on and then blast this with it. Okay, and then test it before you put it on your eye, because that's a really sensitive area. And then for me, I just put it right at the base and just squeeze a little bit when I have it hot. Okay, so that's how I do that. I wanted to show you guys that. I usually do that before I get on camera. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is highlight underneath our eyes with our cream powder, or not powder, cream foundation. And I'm gonna take a blending bud and I'm gonna dampen it with setting spray. So I'm just gonna spray a little bit on with setting spray. And I'm kind of liking the way I use to dampen your blending buds with setting spray instead of water, because I feel like it's gonna help hold all day long. And I also feel like it helps not dry it out, make it look as dry. I don't know. It may just be me and it may just be wishful thinking, but that's kind of what I feel like. Okay, yesterday in my live video, I did this also. And if you kind of notice throughout my video, it starts to look a little oily. It's because I didn't set it enough. So today we'll make sure that I set it enough. With this cream foundation really does work wonders for those of us that are dry underneath our eyes, but we have to make sure that we set it really good. See how that just brightens up my eye area right there? It really does make you look younger. And who doesn't want that? Okay, And then I'm gonna try a different color foundation that other than I normally use. I usually use and we'll blend that out in a minute. I know that looks kind of crazy. I usually use a pink tinted foundation because my face is so pink. But I'm actually gonna try to cancel that out with using a yellow tinted foundation. So most of your foundations are either going to be yellow tinted or pink tinted or neutral where they won't have any in them. I'm going to try a yellow tinted foundation and hope and see if that helps take away the pink. So I'm just going to do 3 drops. No, let's do 4 drops. And then I'm going to put a little bit of luminizer in it. So I'm going to take our cream luminizer and I'm just going to put a little dab in there and then mix it up. Okay. So this is the first time I've tried this color. Hopefully it doesn't look awful. So I'm just mixing it up, as you can see on this little palette. And then one thing I want to do before I start this is also spray a little bit of this setting spray on my face. Okay. Then let that dry. Now I'm just going to take this okay. Then I'm going to take our powder concealer brush, and I'll take the big end and just kind of stipple it in. I'm doing like a mixture of swirling motions and stippling motions to help press that in. And when you're doing your foundation and trying to find the right color, it's really important to match the foundation to your neck and not necessarily the color of your face. And my neck doesn't have any red in it, unlike my face. And so I kind of thought that maybe this would be a good idea to try the velour. That's the color of the foundation that I'm using, velour, and it's warm toned. Okay, and I'm just going to take the end of this brush. Let's hope it's clean. Yeah?
Have a drink.
Is it gone? Go have Carver get it for you, okay?
No.
I can't, honey. Okay, so I'm just taking the small end of this brush and going around my nose with it.
Who are you talking to?
My friends.
Why?
Because I want to.
I'm not talking to you.
They're not talking to me?
Mm.
I can't hear them. They type their words right here. Okay. So that's all in, and I'm not sure what I think about the color. I'm going to take the small end right here around my lips. Okay. I'm gonna get this a little bit wetter and just press in my eyes up here one more time to make sure that I don't have any creasing. You wanna make sure you get out all of the creasing before you set with the powder. Otherwise, you're basically just gonna set the creases. So for me, it's important to really go over that. And then I'm gonna use our Behold Translucent Setting Powder. And I'm gonna take just a little blending bud. And I'm gonna set that and press it. I'm really gonna make sure I set where we put that cream foundation. Just making sure I'm pressing down and then kind of going back and forth to make sure I get it all in the creases and crevices. Okay, I need to blend. I'm gonna actually take this same blending sponge and I'm gonna spray it with some setting spray, and I'm gonna go over where we just were with the brush because it needed to be blended in a little bit more. These are great for blending in. I also like to use this setting spray to press on my skin because I feel like it helps set it better. But you also need to make sure you use a little bit of powder. So I'm going to take the powder, the same powder, and I'm just going to press that in to any places where I notice that I get oily throughout the day or that my makeup tends to slough off, my foundation. This will help it stick all day long. Okay. And then right there. I do kind of like the color of that foundation. I have a mirror right here, that's why I keep. And then especially, I need to get right there on my nose crease. That's where it always creases. And then if you find that you've put too much powder on and your face looks cakey or dry, something that you can do also is take a blending bud and spray some setting spray on it and then kind of press it all in, and it kind of melds it all together. But I don't need to do that, I don't think. I think it looks pretty good. I might just do a tad right here. And so like I said, that will just make it not look dry. It'll melt all that powder in and make it just look perfect. Okay. Contour. Contouring our face. Today I'm going to just contour with our bronzer. Show you guys how you can do your contouring with just one product. I have two different colors of bronzer here. I've got Hermosa, which is a little bit darker, and I've got Sunset, which is a little bit lighter. I probably need the color right in between, so I'm going to mix the two. I'm just going to mix the two like that. And then If you've seen my videos, you know I'm using this blusher brush, which is nice because it's angled. And I'm just gonna kind of press that in. I'm gonna use a light hand until I can see. It's always easier, obviously, to add to than it is to take away. But if you do add too much, all you have to do is go over with your foundation brush or your blending sponge, and that will kind of erase it. Okay, so again, a little bit more. And I'm just gonna use that. See how that contours for me? And then I know that's dark, and I'm gonna go over, I'll go over it with in just a minute and lighten it up a little bit. But now we'll go over the perimeter of our face and just kind of push it up into our hairline. If you have a high forehead, be careful, or a small forehead, be careful with this step, or skip it altogether. So if you're in a hurry, most of the time you guys see me contour and then you see me bronze in 2 separate steps, but you can combine the steps together if you're in a hurry and want to go out the door. The only thing I would recommend is, so now there's not much product on this brush left, I would just kind of blend it out right there at the ends of your cheeks. And then right here, if you have a high forehead, skip this step if it's small again. But blend out right there on your forehead and then on your cheeks. And that will just give you that natural glow. And you've skipped a step. Okay, let's do our eyebrows real quick. And I am going to use, I'm going to use the light color and show you guys what the light pencil looks like. Normally I use the dark. I can show you, actually I can swatch it and show you the difference. So this is the light. See that? Hang on one second. I can hear that the baby's awake, so I need to go tell my son to go get him. Okay. Okay, so, hi Chels. So that was the light color. Right there. And this is the dark. Well, not dark, this is the medium. So see how you can see the difference? So we'll use the light this time. And you can see the difference. So I'm just gonna raise my eyebrows and make a line underneath. Hey Carver. Carver. What? Can you come get the baby? Can you come get him though? Yep, they are being good. Okay, so see how I just drew the line right there? I'm growing out my bangs and they are like, I don't know what to do with them, you guys. My entire life I've always had bangs. Will you take him down to Carver? No, I wouldn't let him back on it. And I don't think he wanted to get back on it either. Because I think he did get hurt. He says that he didn't hear your mom say to ask me first. Kaysen is over at our house and he got on the hoverboard for the first time and like ate it right away. That's what we're talking about. And Kaysen's my nephew. Right? Okay, so see how that's the lighter color, and you can kind of see it's a little bit lighter than my regular eyebrows, but it still works. I love this pencil because you can do your eyebrows so quick. I was actually going to give this to my mom for Christmas, even though it's too light for me, but I decided I love them both. So she'll have to buy her own if she wants one. Okay, and then my eyebrows got a little bit messy, so you just go through and like so. Okay, so blush. I'm trying to see what color. Let's use, okay, so these metallic blushes, I don't know. I know that they are a promotion, and I'm afraid they might be going at the end of this month too, but I'm not sure on that. A lot of the other promotional ones are. But what's nice about these is they have like a little bit of shimmer in them, and so they almost kind of look like a highlighter too. Maybe, let's see. I think I used this one yesterday, so I'll use this one today. And I'm going to take it on that same blusher brush that we used to contour with, but I'm going to clean it off with our brush cleaner just real quickly to get any of that color off. And then I'm rubbing it on my towel that I've got here, my makeup towel. Okay. So you just take it right above your contour. See how pretty that is? It is kind of bright, but we'll go through and I'll blend it out. And then so, because that's bright, I'm gonna take my blending brush, or my foundation brush, and just kind of, you know what else you could do is go over it again with a little bit more bronzer. I'm gonna go over it with my lighter bronzer. And just kind of blend that all together. Okay. Now let's do a little bit of highlighter. And I'm just gonna take our powder highlighter in the color Iridescent. And I'm gonna take it on a different brush than I normally do. I'm gonna take it on, this is our blending brush. And it's awesome for your eyes, but I wanted to show you the versatility of it. Let me make sure there's nothing on it. Let me spray this off. Make sure it's good and clean. That brush cleaner is so amazing. It's saved my life, although my brushes are quite dirty now because they don't ever get a proper washing. Okay, so I'm just gonna take it right here. I like that it's so small that you have more control than, say, with a fan brush. They can see me from heaven. Okay, we might need to blend that out a little bit right there. And I kind of like to take my highlighter and make a C like that. Okay, and then right above my Cupid's bow. So pretty. Okay, and I'm just gonna take that blusher brush that we were using and I'm gonna blend that out a little bit right there. See how easy that blended out? And now it just looks my kind of natural. Okay. Eyes, the main event, I think. So, I'm gonna clean off that brush that we were just using to highlight with. Clean up my area a little bit. You know what I didn't do is I did not contour my nose. So I'm just gonna take this same bronzer that we used to contour our face with, and I'm gonna take it on our angled sponge brush, and I'm just gonna dip it in the matte side. And with a really light hand, okay? I don't know if it's just me, but that bump like kind of has some redness right there. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of concealer and I'm gonna plop it right there to kind of conceal that redness. I'm just gonna put it on a flat brush. And then use this to blend it out. Yep, and then I need to go over that real quick again, right there where I just put concealer. Okay. I'm just gonna do my lipstick first, but let's actually wait and see how my how the eyes turn out before we decide the color of lipstick. So I'm gonna go in with a couple of different colors. The first color I'm gonna go in with, just as a transition color, is this really nude color, and it's called Timid. I'm just gonna plop it a little bit on my blending brush. And I already put a little bit of primer on my eyes. So I'm just gonna put that on my lid and in my crease. Okay, then we're gonna take a little darker color and do the same thing, but stay in a little bit lower. This is Astute. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with a little bit darker of a color. This is called Gingerly. And the 3 different colors is just gonna give our eyes a lot of depth. Just making sure that's blended out real well. And you totally don't have to do all 3 of these colors. But I do find the more colors that you use for transition, the more depth your eyes have to them. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with the star of the show, which is the Splurge Cream Shadow in the color Mysterious. And it's this color that I showed you guys in the very beginning. And we're gonna put that on our lid. And we're gonna use a cream shadow brush to do this. It's our flat. It needs to be cleaned off, so let me hurry and clean it off. Okay, nice and dry. And then I'm just gonna, like that, and kind of carve out following your lid shape, and just put it right on your lid. See how pretty that is? I have a little bit of extra skin on my lid, and so to get inside everything, it really helps to just take your finger and lift it up. It's weird because it's only on this side. That side I don't have to worry about so much. So I'm going to try to keep it lower than my crease just to begin with, and then we'll blend it out. Okay, the other eye. Make sure you get up real close to your lash line also. I absolutely love this color. I'm so sad they're discontinuing it after this month. I wish they would keep it. What's nice about these cream shadows is they are cream to powder, and so you don't have to worry about them creasing, and so you really don't have to put a primer on underneath them, and you also don't have to worry about fallout. Okay, see how pretty that is? I need to get closer to my lash line on this side. Okay. Now I'm just going to take our crease brush. If you need a recommendation for 3 brushes and that will get you anywhere and do anything, you can conquer the world with these 3 brushes. Our blending brush, our cream shadow brush, and our crease brush. These 3 brushes you can do anything with. So I have something on this brush, if you can see, some color. So I'm just gonna take it off real quick, and then we'll go through and we'll blend that out just a tad. Not so much where we disperse the color up. We just want to make that line look not quite as harsh. So I'm just really with a light hand, just right there in that crease. And then we'll take that original blending brush and just kind of take it up. I think I might want to put a little bit more color above that. I'm gonna take the second color that we used and just lightly add to that. Okay. So if you see, I kind of got eyeshadow right here and right here. And if you look at it, looking at my eyes, it kind of makes my eyes droop downwards. And so a little trick to that is taking your concealer, or even, yeah, we'll just use our concealer on a little brush, and then we can put it on that same brush that I used on my nose. Just a teeny bit, and basically erase it away. See what a difference that makes? Just erasing that little bit. It just kind of brings your eyes up. You can see that eye kind of is droopy a little bit. That eye is brought up. Okay, and then let's do eyeshadow or mascara, and we're done. I love this eyeshadow look. Something else that you can do to add to it or take it from day to night is take that darker color, Mysterious, the red color that's on our lids, and take it below your eyelashes. Kind of smoke out your bottom lash line. That would be really pretty. Look at that mascara. Okay, so this mascara was drying out a little bit. And so, you know what I did to revive it? You take it, the wand, and put it under hot water until it runs, until the water runs clear. And then put it back in, shake it up, and it's brand new. I would assume that works with any and all mascaras. What I used to do is I would add like a couple of drops of my contact solution to it and then shake it up. But the way that I just told you works way better. I wish I could fast forward through this part. Okay, and then I'll just throw a little bit on my bottom. Okay. And then I got a little bit of mascara up there, and it should be dry now, and I'm just gonna take a little spoolie and just wipe it away. That is so pretty. Okay, and then we cannot forget to highlight our eye area. So I'm gonna take, actually I'm gonna take my cream luminizer, and I am going to highlight right here. And right here. Take a little bit more and go right up underneath my eyebrow bone. See how pretty that is? And then we can go over it with just a little bit of the powder, and I'll just use any brush. That's it. Oh wait, no. Lipstick. Let's do a nude lip. I'm gonna mix a couple of different colors together. I can't see. I'm gonna do Plush and Pouty. I'm gonna try a lip combo I haven't tried before, so hopefully I don't hate it. I'm just straightening in my lips a little bit, and now I'm gonna use our lip bonbon. This is basically like tinted chapstick, and this is in the color Raspberry Cheesecake. It's probably the most popular color that we have. I like it. Okay. Thanks for watching with me today, you guys. I really appreciate it. Shares are so helpful for my business, and so if you found anything helpful from my video, or if you got any useful tips, don't hesitate to share. It really helps my business, and I appreciate it so much. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, just send me a message, and I'm so happy to answer them. Love you guys. Until next time.